This is the Great Legend, and I'm coming at you live tonight with Beyond the Blast Doors 300 subscriber contest entry. Man, I tell you, the two Davids, man, and that third dude too. I only seen him on there once, but man, the two Davids, they've been doing a great job bringing y'all the latest and the greatest Star Wars podcast news, man. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars podcast. So let me tell you about these two guys. One time, old Alex the comic hoarder got me on the phone, and he was like, well, I don't know what he actually said. He just said, dude, you need to check out Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars podcast. It's like, damn. Just come out there and say, check these people out. And I was like, okay. So, and you know, I like Star Wars. I'm not like super like Star Wars or anything, but I have had a life of Star Wars. So I'll tell you about a little bit of that history in a minute. But so we had the two Davids, and so I started watching. I said, you know what? And then Alex, you know, before I started watching, he said they got some dang good production quality, and I was all right. So let me check them out. You know, see what it's all about there. See if Alex just ain't, you know, shooting words out to his mouth. So I get up on that thing, and damn, I tell you what, when you watch this video, it starts with the blast doors. And you know the damn doors from episode 4. Damn, that was just a rhyme anyway. So the doors, you know, whenever, you know, Vader chops down Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke goes, no, or whatever the hell he said. It's been a while since I've seen that one. He said that, those doors just kind of close like that. It was really freaking cool. So Beyond the Blast Doors pretty much is Beyond the Blast Doors. Like those doors open and it goes right on in to their camera setup. And it's kind of looks to me like it's not only just like a Star Wars podcast, but the whole, like, God, what do you want to call it? I mean, it's so high tech, you know. But when you start watching it, it's like you're watching ESPN. You know, on ESPN, they have on the left side, you know, the stuff and the topics they're talking about. So, you know, each time they go to a different topic, actually it's on that side, you know, starts up at the top. It'll, you know, highlight the topic they're currently talking about. Then it goes to the next topic and so forth. So they do an intro, then they go through all these topics. But it's like a podcast all the way through. But it's one of those video YouTube podcasts because you get to see their face at all times. There's a lot of awesome camera cuts to what they're talking about. Some of the things they go over are, of course, the movies. You know, that's the main deal, right? The movies. Then they go over some of the books that's in the canon, aka like that's in the Star Wars universe, and non-canon stuff too, because a lot of those older books, I think Bantam books were putting out, and some of the Dark Horse comics, those aren't like in canon anymore. But you know what, canon or non-canon, it doesn't matter. All Star Wars stuff is pretty damn cool, great stories, and I've read some throughout the years as well. And then they'll talk about video game Star Wars stuff, the Marvel, you know, comic license, because who is it? Disney owns Star Wars and Marvel, so they talk about the latest Star Wars comic books and trade paperbacks that come out, Star Wars Funkos, like Funko Pops and other Star Wars collectibles, like Lego, the Lego Star Wars sets, just all kinds of stuff. Pretty much it's everything Star Wars is 90% of that channel. And the other 10% is the two Davids. They'll go over some of their other comic books and other pop culture and things of that nature that they do like. So it's, if you know, aren't into Star Wars, it's not just Star Wars all the time. They've got other stuff too. So definitely check these guys out. I mean, it's top-notch production quality on their end. I mean, it's just 720p, 60 frames per second. Sometimes I'm sure they crank it up to 1080p, but damn, 720, 60 frames. Shoot, I try to run 60 frames, and my stuff looks like it's black and white Twilight Zone style. But anyway, they've got this contest going on currently, and congratulations to the Davids and then the third Beetle, or the third Stormtrooper, if you will. They have passed over 300 subscribers. And that is a monumental mark. Not only 300 subscribers, but over 10,000 video views total across all of their videos and all their content. They got over 10,000 video views 300 subscribers. They're actually at 300 and last I checked, it was 326. But before I go any further into talking about the contest, talking about the Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars podcast, we're even going to be playing some Battlefront 2 tonight in honor of those guys at Beyond the Blast Doors. And hopefully we'll run into some Blast Doors tonight in that game as I talk to you about my personal history with Star Wars. And the movie's right around the corner, right? I'm really bad with things as far as things that come out new, brand new things. But on Instagram, I do check Instagram quite a bit, and I kind of smile and I kind of chuckle because you can also follow Beyond the Blast Doors on Instagram as well. I don't have that link, but if you go to their channel page, sub them up, you'll totally find out their Instagram account. But every day, David's been putting down how many days left to the Star Wars. So it's like 3, 2, 1, and he's got all these cool pictures and cool graphics. Like I said, really good with the production quality, even on the Instagram. I mean, he takes a lot of patience and time in his graphics and stuff and his pictures that he does put on Instagram. So all around the Beyond the Blast Doors franchise that they have going on, they're entertainers. So definitely check them out. You'll be glad you did. I mean, it's, we have our, big comic book channels and all that kind of stuff. But I swear to y'all, in like 1 year, 2 years, these people will be at 5,000 to 10,000 subs easy. Because one thing, well, I'm going to talk about this in a future video, but one thing, people, talk about, subs and views and blah, and this person has this person has that, it's this old school stuff you learn in the Bible about jealousy, you know what I'm saying? But we won't go there. We'll talk Legends Truth on Friday. But I mean, they're passionate about what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so if the people behind the camera are passionate about what they're showing off, what they're into, what they're talking about, genuinely appreciative of everyone that comes out, watches their channel, replies to all their comments, replies to all their Facebook posts. Just, if they've got the love like that, I mean, the dividends will pay off in the long run. I mean, it's that simple. And we've seen it with other channels in the YouTube comic book community. But, man, for this channel's Beyond the Blast Doors, man, definitely check them out. And, David's, I'm going to have to go back in time. We're going to take a slight break, and we're going to check out the chat right now. Everything's crazy. I've got some Star Wars memorabilia because y'all wanted to see this stuff. And I busted out some old-ass stuff here. Well, old to me, but it's not like it's from the 80s or anything. But let's check the chat real quick. See who is here in the chat. And by the way, let's just look. I had a goof up. You're going to have to refresh the YouTube page right now because I just updated the channel information while I was running my mouth because I could do a couple of things at once. But refresh the page. I'm not going anywhere. Check out the links in the video description below to not only subscribe to Beyond the Blast Doors, but to go straight to the video for all the rules and information about Beyond the Blast Doors. But first, before we get into the history, before we talk anymore, let's check the chat. Now, I'm going to scroll up on the actual YouTube page. The chat has been going insane. We have 8 people watching, 9 people watching, and there may be some live shows. I know Thursday night is a hot night for Jesse over there on JLS Comics, and most likely tons of other live shows going on right now. But tonight is a great night. No matter if you watch it live or watch it on the rewind, you're watching youtube.com/rdowdy95. You know the great legends here. Comics, cooking, whatever the hell else, gaming and truth. We're coming at you live. Let's check the chat. Alfred83, I didn't forget about you, fella. You are the first, man. You're the first, certainly not the worst. Amen. Gomez Comic Collector. Now, this guy's no slouch. He ain't no stranger to contests because he had a contest a while back. And I actually won some prizes from the man. And one of them was some Star Wars books, man. Freaking sweet. I should have pulled some of those to show, but I forgot about that. Ray D Comics and Geekery, brother, I know you love you some Star Wars, man. Don't we all love Star Wars here, man? And sorry it took so long. My kid bangs on the door with like 5 minutes till the live show saying he had to do some homework. I was like, dude, I'm 5 minutes out from a damn show. I ain't even got everything ready to go yet. So he's doing it on the old Google book or whatever that Chrome book is. Thank goodness my wife had that. Chris Lorenzo, what is up with you, brother? I'm glad to see you here tonight. J-Rod Ham, man. J-Rod Ham is making his presence known. And, brother, you ain't alone because we got Star Wars fans all over the place. I'm sure a lot of the folks are watching the Star Wars movie tonight. Since it is Thursday night, you know, sometimes I don't know if the movie came out Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, but a lot of folks are watching it tonight. And I think David from Beyond the Blast Doors, he's watching that show tonight himself. So, Miss Hustle, the party has started. What's going on, girl? It's great to see Miss Hustle up in here. Who else we got up in here? Thomas Churchill, brother. Thomas Churchill. Man, if any of y'all have auctions, invite this man, Thomas Churchill, because he loves to do some bidding, and it's great to see him. Great comic book collector. Tats Comics, another huge Star Wars fan. Him and his brother A.G. Surfer. I'm sure they've had some Rebels and some freaking Empire battles as little kids. Oh, look at this. J-Rod Ham. Thomas, thought you were going to pull off that FF-52 last night. Bidding was crazy. That's right. They had some bids on Lords of the Long Box, man. Lords of the Round. Rocking the live auction last night, man. Very cool show indeed. As Jason Smith likes to say, indeed a lot. So we got a lot of folks. We got Kevin, a.k.a. Contender. What is up, brother? It's good to see Kevin. Miss Hustle says, Gomez attitude is always lit. You can believe that, man. That's right. I'm still scrolling down. I think I saw Midwest Comic Man. Legend is live. Andy in color. What is up, Paul? Man, it's great to see Paul. Great to see everyone here tonight on the Legend Show. Talking about Beyond the Blast Doors. Over 300 subscribers. Freaking awesome. Let's take another look at the rules for this contest. Check it out. Now, first off, you got to be 18 years or older, and you have to be a subscriber. I mean, they're just not going to give you away this free stuff if you're not a subscriber, right? Tell us who you are. Okay, and this is a video. This is kind of my contest entry as well. I'm the Great Legend. I love YouTube. I love comic books, video games. I used to cook. I need to do more cooking because those videos are awesome. And man, that alter ego, his name is the Great Chef, and the Great Chef is funny. He always starts the cooking show with a monologue, a comedic monologue, so you're gonna love it. It's just a hoot. And tell us why you like Beyond the Blast Doors. Well, if my intro to this video wasn't enough, I'll talk a little bit more throughout the show. I'll be sure to tag this on Twitter and on Facebook.com/The Great Legend Show. Some of the prizes you'll be winning if you are the grand prize winner: 4 pop vinyl figures. Not only that, you'll get 1 trade paperback. I think it's the Poe Dameron trade paperback, all of Volume 1. And you'll get 4 single issue comics. Total value of all these prizes, $90 US. Probably like 111 or 112 in Canadian, but who's counting, baby? 4 pop figures, 1 trade, 4 single issues. Total value, $90. Man, you can't beat that with a baseball bat or a lightsaber cutting off my hat. That's right, baby. The Star Wars podcast, Beyond the Blast Doors. Let me give you a little history before I take it into the first little round of Battlefront 2. Just brand new game. DICE, EA, who was the other one who did Neverborn? Was it Neverborn? Was it? No, BioWare. Yeah, BioWare. Nice, the Old Republic, am I right? Classic game, man. Classic game. All right. You know, we may get a special Christmas cooking show, Miss Hustle. I'll never know. Check this out. First little item I want to show. This is an old school Darth Vader TIE Fighter model. I don't know if you can see Vader in there or not. See if we can bring him a little closer. Let me get my phone light. This is something I made when I was a kiddo. I guess I was maybe 10, 11, 12. I don't really remember because it's been so long. Check this out, though. You can see Vader in there. You see Vader? Pretty cool. He's cold chilling in the TIE Fighter. It has those slits in the top. Clear window on the front. This Darth Vader TIE Fighter. Very first model I ever made. And only model I've ever made. I didn't get too far, did I? But yeah, it was basically already painted with this base gray, right? So I got silver, some silver paint right there, silver paint over there, a lot of glue. And I think right here there was supposed to be some guns, but I was little, I didn't plug them in, I guess. On the bottom, there's silver right there. On the top, silver right there. Check that paint job out on the wings. Maybe I should have used some blue painter tape, right? What is up, man? Area 51 is in the house. It's great to see Area 51. It's great to see Area 51. Oh my goodness, Maya. What's up, Maya B? One of the best dancers in the YouTube comic book community. I don't know if she does comics, but she's a phenomenal dancer, man. Maya B. I met her through the Unboxing Bros. Mike and Funko Steve. Definitely check out the Unboxing Bros. OMG, Chris, baby. You know, Blastdoors is blowing up, man. It is blowing up. But I made this, and I got this model from the Air and Space Museum, Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. My aunt and uncle, God bless their souls, they're up in heaven right now, cold chilling, probably watching Star Wars Beyond the Blastdoors themselves. I don't know if they're big fans. I know my uncle watched it with us, but good folks, man. They lived in McLean, Virginia. You know, just one under the Potomac. We take the old, my old Deacon James West was an architect on this. The Metro, yeah, he was an architect. My aunt went to high school with the guy here in my town in Texas, and he was the architect of the Metro line, Washington D.C. And the line we took was from y'all know this, Fairfax County. We do Falls Church all the way down to downtown D.C. And me and my brother and aunt and uncle, man, we took that Metro. Very cool. So it goes under the Potomac. So we got to D.C., went to Air and Space Museum. I got this from the Air and Space Museum's gift shop. Just great stuff. I mean, great memories. Really brings back a lot of great memories. So this is the first. Well, it's not the first. I got this, more as a preteen, but it's a great story because, my aunt and uncle, they meant a lot to me in my life, so I love when I can reminisce over the many visits, the summer visits I had to Washington, D.C., to the Air and Space Museum. Gomez, my man, so we got Area 51 there chatting in the chat right now. We're going to go ahead and take it on to some Star Wars action right now on Star Wars Battlefront 2. And as I play this game, I'll tell you a little bit about some of my history with Star Wars. I hope y'all enjoy this video. I don't do a lot of Star Wars inspired stuff, but Beyond the Blastdoors, man, they deserve it. They deserve it. If y'all do some WWE, I don't know if you guys wrestling fans here, but let's check this out. Play a little bit of some Battlefront 2 in honor of the 2 Davids and the 3rd Stormtrooper Beyond the Blastdoors. So here we are, fans. We are at Battlefront 2. Great game. Let me pop out the chat real quick so I can see the chat as I play this game. It's a lot of fun, though. Great game. Beyond the Blastdoors actually did a great review of the game. Definitely check it out. It was really well done. They bitched about EA, which I love, bitching about EA. Who doesn't, right? So let's open up some of these unopened crates. I don't know if it's Christmas in the Star Wars community or not, but we're going to open up this daily login crate here. see if we get any of these things called battle cards. It helps us upgrade our characters. And let's just reveal all here. I don't really ride the AT-ST very much, but let's inspect the card and do a quick equip. It looks like it makes your AT-ST fast recharge, reduces the recharge time of grenade launcher, high explosive shells, and repaired. It's a common, it's a white card. It's not the green, blue, or purple, but we'll take it, you know. It's all good. And we got some credits and crafting parts. Let's open up the next crate. A lot of times, do I get free crates? Or do I have to buy these? Oh no, they gave me some freebies. Okay. How about a specialist starter crate right now? Sharp to still have it today. Yeah, you know, right? Hiding them under the beanie. It's like a magic hat. You never know what I'm going to pull out of it. But yeah, it's been in storage and everything. So we have a specialist. We got a pistol, and we got another specialist. We got a lot of specialist cards here. So let's go ahead and quick equip. Now that's a blue one. That's a blue. So let's put it right here. Ability cards. Should we do hardened infiltration, where you gain incoming damage, or pistol firing stinger? Dude, I don't know. Let's just fill this stuff up, right? Let's just put that on. It looks cool. You know. Who knows? I don't really play this game very much. I think me and Brian Spaceboy227 only played it like one time. Now there's some people online. You know, we got Huey from Huey's Comic Hideout, but I don't want to do a group. Let's open up another crate. A crate of heavy weaponry here tonight. Celebrating 300 subscribers beyond the blast doors, man. So very cool. Heavy weaponry. Nice. Quick equip. Yeah, whatever, man. Let's do this. Is that a card? Defender? What is this? Anything else? So, I click on... Oh, okay. I think I already have that card. Do I have that card? Quick equip. Can I equip it again? Card already equipped? Okay, whatever. Anyway, I won't bore you too much. Let's get into some of the games. You know, I don't really know much about all this. Equipped cards. How about, can we equip abilities? Ooh, look at that. Is that a flamethrower? Whatever. Let's add it. Looks cool. And then this thing here. Let's add that thing. Okay, so we got those dudes. Let's open up another crate here. Thank y'all so much for still watching. We got 4 watching right now. Great to see y'all tonight. We're celebrating Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars podcast that just hit over 300 subscribers, man. Just too sweet, dude. Just too freaking sweet. Oh, let's go back. Let's do that grenade. Let's put that grenade on there, man. Looks pretty cool. Thermal detonator. Who doesn't remember the thermal detonator that Leia, when she was dressed up as the bounty hunter, right? With a larger blast radius and short recharge time. I'll equip that. That sounds pretty cool. And a couple of more to equip everybody. Then we'll get started with some gaming. And I'll tell you my history when I first saw the Star Wars A New Hope from 1977. Of course, 1977... when A New Hope came out, it was just called Star Wars. You know, it wasn't called A New Hope just yet. Okay, a squad shield. Let's put that up because that's important to do, right? To protect your friends. You know, things of that nature. Well, I thought I equipped it. Come on, fella. What are you doing here? There we go. And one more. Let's do this one here. The First Order Victory Crate. First Order. Wow, look at all this stuff. Ooh, we got Rey with a strong mind. We got an Enforcer and a new Y-Wing card and another Heavy. That looks really cool. Let's put that on. Let's put some of that on here. What does this do? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds cool. Y-wing, man. Who doesn't love some advanced torpedoes, right? Yeah, that looks great. I like shooting stuff. Area 51, how you doing? Do you like Star Wars? Subscribe to Beyond the Blast Doors, baby. All right, a nice purple car. That's like really good stuff. And Ray. Yeah, she's going to be in the new movie. Mind Trick has an increased effect. Nice. Let's add that. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's just open this sucker up here and play some arcade mode, man. Arcade's a lot of fun. We'll just play solo. I've enjoyed solo battle scenarios. It's been a lot of fun. On the light side, of course, because I'm a good guy. So we're going to do this first one called Saving Our Skins, man. And just team battle. Have some fun on Rookie and talk about Yavin 4, you know. The Rebel base where they took off from Yavin 4 to go destroy the first Death Star in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. You know, I first saw this movie on television, and one cool thing about the original movie, it came out in May of 1977. I want to say May 7th of 1977. I was actually born on May 1st of 1977, so I'm kind of like a Star Wars baby, man. All right, close enough, you know what I'm saying? So Star Wars has always been a part of my life as far as, you know, the pop culture aspect, watching the movies and just, you know, experiencing the universe of it all and playing with the toys, you know. I want to tell you a quick story. In 1975, my father taught school for years and years. We'll be in assault, one of these guys. Taught school, junior high school, for years and years. And, whoa, they're just coming at us, man. Look at all this. Whoa, look at all these stormtroopers. Dude, die, dude. Dude, help me out. But anyway, so, whoa, nice roll, dude. But 1975, or actually 1968, I think the first Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall, Kim Hunter, Planet of the Apes came out. And what happened was, when that stuff came out, when that stuff hit, pop culture was taking it by storm. Planet of the Apes shirts, Mego dolls, action figures, Planet of the Apes bedspreads, cereal, magazines, comic books. Let's go to 75. Peter Benchley wrote a book called Jaws. And when Spielberg, I think it was Spielberg, decided to do Jaws, and, you know, like I said, my memory's not great, and it's hard to pull this stuff out of the beanie, if you know what I'm saying, if Miss Hustle knows what I'm saying. Cool. Now just look at the textures of this game. A sewer on Yavin 4. Something I never knew was there. Oh, yeah, let's hand-to-hand fight. Yeah. So anyway, the big deal in 75 was they were going to try to do the same thing with Jaws. Let's have a lot of stuff that we did with Planet of the Apes. Let's try to make it really cool, you know. Well, it was okay, but 1977, all things changed. I mean, not only did Star Wars revolutionize science fiction movies, it was pretty much like a soap opera, really. A soap opera, a Star Wars sci-fi soap opera set in the days of what you would listen to on, like, a kid. Like if Lucas was to listen to radio as a kid, as a young kid, you know, maybe in the 50s. Maybe listening to Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers or something like that, that kids, like my father, you know, who was born in 1944, and, you know, they did have television, you know, I think got big in the 50s, but kids in 44 and the 40s, they still listened to radio, and you would have these pop radio channels, you know, War of the Worlds, I mean, all kinds of cool stuff. So science fiction was something really cool. You know, what you could get was, with science fiction, I mean, the space race, you know, just getting people on the moon, talking about it in the early 60s, sending someone up into space, getting them on the moon. You know, the Gemini project, man, freaking John Glenn, those dudes, you know, I mean, that was the shit back then, right? So we got 6 people, on the 6 bad guys left over. Awesome deal. Whipping that ass on Star Wars for Beyond the Blast Doors. But what I'm saying, let's get up to the 70s. So after the movie was released, kids, teenagers, college people went crazy for Star Wars. And as far as products, you know, putting this stuff, the Star Wars stuff in the stores, it was amazing. It was a phenomenon. It was a worldwide phenomenon that Star Wars did. I mean, it was simply amazing. I mean, there wasn't anything like it before, you know. And in 1970, I would say I'll say about 81, maybe 81 or 1980. I was 3. No, okay, I'm losing track of my own mind. 81, I was 4 years old. 82, I was 5 years old. Around 1981 or 82, 4 or 5 years old, that was the first time I'd ever seen Star Wars: A New Hope on television. I saw this ship come through, you know, down the trench, chasing after Rogue 5, you know, Luke's X-Wing, you know, and how Han shot the other ships, and one ship clipped that ship, and it went, you know, and it crashed and everything. And I saw this movie that I'd never seen before, and it came to life, you know, right before my eyes. It was something special to see. It was very cool. It was something that no one had really ever seen. I mean, they had the Forbidden Planet. I think, was Leslie Nielsen the dude from Naked Gun in Forbidden Planet? Maybe even with brown hair? I don't know. You know, like I said, my history's not that great. Danger Will Robinson. They had funny TV shows. If my dad was sitting with me, he could really take you a trip down memory lane. Area 51 wants me to use the dark side. All right, brother. We'll go dark side in a minute. So I saw that movie, and later down the line, it was about, I'm going to fast forward to 1982. And 1983, Return of the Jedi came out. But this is around 1982. We were one of the first people in the neighborhood to get Showtime, you know. It was really cool. Showtime used to have this guy. He had a mustache on, and I could look up his name. But Showtime's theme song was something like, "So excited, and you just can't hide it. I know you want to. You want to," something like that. And dude, Showtime, man, we had cable. We had a top-loading VCR, man. One of the first in the neighborhood to have VCR to record some of this stuff off Showtime on VHS tapes, man. It was unbelievable. It was the 1980s. It was a lot of fun. And Showtime, you know how HBO has First Look? Showtime had something similar. Showtime would show you what was coming out in the theater. And I remember I recorded the coming and the making of the Return of the Jedi, what would be known as Episode 6. Just freaking awesome, because a couple weeks before that on television, I remember watching Empire Strikes Back was on television, and it was freaking awesome as well, man. So I got hooked. You know, I'd seen Star Wars. That's because we called it Star Wars. We didn't call it New Hope back then. I actually don't think it was called New Hope probably until they released the special editions, or even possibly the Laserdisc editions. I don't really know. You know, the purist will you know, slap the beanie off my head for not, you know, getting it done right, you know, or talking right. But to me, it was always Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. And here's where it kind of gets personal for me. My mom left my dad in I want to say around 1982. I just started I want to say, okay, it was a little farther down. When was 83? I want to say I just start. Okay, 77 was when I was born. So 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. 83 I was 6. At 5 I was in the kindergarten. So I remember between kindergarten, summertime, in first grade, my mom left my dad for another guy. You know, it's one of her mistakes she made. Heavily into drugs, marijuana, stuff like that. So sad, you know, and I was so young, I didn't really understand. You know, it really affected my older brother. And I'll try not to get emotional during this, but, you know, Star Wars, in a way, it was a great form of escape. You know, it was just an excellent way to escape from everything, like hardships and things that I went through. And my brother was maybe 3 years older, so he was fourth grade, you know, or so. And it really upset him because, you know, for a kid, you know, for parents, you know, that divorce, a lot of the times the kids will blame themselves, even though we didn't know my mom was cheating on my dad. I didn't know that until my adulthood, pretty much, you know. So, or you know, yeah, pretty much adulthood, you know. So, but my brother blamed himself, and it was very hard for him, and he fought depression, you know, all of his life. But he loved him so much, and I'll get to his you know, his in story on earth, but his beginning in heaven, or up in the stars, if you will. But so my mom was so awesome, you know, like I loved hanging out with her every chance I got. You know, we didn't get to see a lot of her during that transitional phase, but what was great was she took me, just me, to go see Return of the Jedi in the movie theater. Oh my God, man. It was in this little shopping center, and I got to see Return of the Jedi as a kid in the actual movie theater with my mom. And what freaked me out, like a lot of kids, was that last scene. Okay, the Ewoks, I loved them. I was a little kid. I loved little teddy bears, you know. But what freaked me out was when, you know, Darth Vader and Luke were fighting, and, you know, we found out that Luke was the father. And this was back in my reality, Mandela effect, hashtag Mandela effect. In my reality, James Earl Jones, and you can even get proof from James Earl Jones himself on a video if you want. I mean, it's out there. The truth is out there as long as you like try to find it. And James Earl Jones said, Luke said, or Darth Vader. I say James Earl Jones, David Prowse. James Earl Jones say, Darth Vader said, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. And then Luke said, he told me you killed him. And then Darth goes, no. No, he didn't say that. He said, Luke, I am your father. The no is some bullshit that was rewritten throughout history through the Mandela effect and whatever other stuff Satan tries to pollute our God's analog world with. But I remember him vividly in 1983. No, it was 1980 was when Empire came up. It says, Luke, I am your father. Of course, we look now. If you find the videos on Mandela Effect, Luke, I'm your father, James Earl Jones is interviewed saying, Luke, I'm your father. So even he has the Mandela Effect in his mind. And, you know, a lot of people are talking about Mandela Effect, giving you kind of a full perspective of just, you know, one of the craziest things ever. A lot of fathers that were addicted to Star Wars named their kid Luke so they could say, Luke, I am your father. I know. What the hell? Poor child to hear the same stupid Star Wars lines over and over again. Of course, the digital world has changed this reality, and now it's no long-ass pause. I'm your father. It's not Luke, I. Or he says, no, Luke, I'm your father. Whatever. Shit's changed. But last part of Jedi, Luke cuts the arm off of Vader. And I was like, damn. But what was really inspirational and great about it, Vader saw the pain that his son Luke was going through. And Vader threw the Emperor into a pit. Star Wars loves pits. They really do. Rancor pit. Freaking Emperor getting thrown into a pit. Falling in the trash pit. Freaking Han Solo getting stabbed by Kylo, falling off into a damn pit. People always falling off shit, but hell, so did Wile E. Coyote chasing after Roadrunner, you know. Anyway, so after that scene, Anakin or Darth Vader wanted to see his son with his own eyes, and then when Luke took that mask off, I was scared shitless. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was some scary ass shit for a little 6-year-old or whatever, a little first grader. But it was a moment I'll never forget in time, where my mom, you know, not knowing this, but left my father for another man, drugs, and you know, all this other crap. But I got to see Return of the Jedi, man. Fucking awesome. So that's something special right there to me. It really brings back a lot of memories. And when Beyond the Blast Doors, when they talk and when they show that passion for Star Wars, it kind of rekindles a little bit. You know, I get emotional on some of this shit. But it rekindles some of those memories, you know, I've had. Playing with my brother, pretending he was always Han Solo, I was always Luke Skywalker, you know. He had the Empire Strikes Back bed covers, you know, the sheets, and kid sheets, let me tell you, the thread count sucked on those. Had the pillows, the comforter, you know. We had the figures. He had the Millennium Falcon, man. You know, we opened all of ours, and we played the hell out of those figures. Let me tell you a little bit more, I guess, about this item. Well, let's see. Where do I want to go with this? Well, you know what? Let me play something different here. Let's kind of Rag. What's up, Rag 718? All right. Area 51 wants Dark Side. So let me keep this going here. Let's go back to the game. So this time I'm going to play the multiplayer. This is online multiplayer, but it's a lot of fun. Area 51 says, could have been worse. He could have been called Jar Jar, right? Yeah, or my brother could have got some Jar Jar covers. Okay. Let's try Starfighter Assault, right? And maybe I'll get to be on the bad guy's side. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? So we're joining a game right now. So let me tell you a little bit more about my history in Star Wars. So I'm trying to remember when the special editions came out. I'm going to look on the internet while this loads up. The Star Wars. Oh, it was 97. Yeah, God bless him. He didn't get to watch that one. But my brother, John, he passed away tragically in a car wreck in 1996. But he loved him some Star Wars, man.
Clear us a path to that Mon Calamari cruiser.
All right, we're going to fuck some people up here, but let's just be a normal TIE fighter. How about it, you know? Just see what we can do. I'll bring up the chat and have some fun here. So yeah, my brother passed away in 96, summer of 96. And he never got to see when they remade Star Wars, the special editions. I guess we're supposed to attack those Corvette cruisers, but there's also some other stuff here. Wow, and it was that quick. That Foco 808 got me down quick. But we'll come back. We'll do another TIE fighter. But he passed away tragically in 96 through a car wreck. And I was just turning 19. I was 19 in May, so I lost my brother when I was 19. I'm 40 years old now. My brother's been passed on since for about 21 years now. Can I blow this thing? Can you shoot some stuff? Wow, I like these graphics though. Isn't this cool? You getting sick yet flying around here?
Destroy their blockade runners. Open the
So, he didn't get to see those special editions, but when the special editions came out, I liked them. I thought they were pretty freaking cool, actually.
A TIE bomber squadron have
But, anyway. So, yeah. It kind of sucked. And, you know, my brother also didn't get to see the prequels. You know, when they did the prequels. Let's try a bomber, a TIE bomber. Maybe I could drop some bombs on these ships. But I thought, though,
blockade runner eliminated.
the movies for... Actually, before we go into that, let's talk a little bit more about... after my brother passed away, I started dating my wife,
We've lost
the love of my life.
Protect them.
And, I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, those are bombs, okay. Alright, I'm going in here. Whoa, whoa, okay. Let me try a different ship. But I got into... After my brother passed away, I started reading... I went to my aunt's house because I wanted, you know... I wanted my dad. I wanted my mom also, and you know they were divorced at the time, of course. And what was really sad, what really, you know, that is about the time when my dad told me what really happened to my mother. You know, my dad was like, "Your mother never told you what really happened during the divorce, right?" So. Oh, did I kill someone? And I killed myself. But, so he told me he was really upset about it. He was just devastated. I mean, for a dad to lose their son. And what was great about my dad, one of the best Christians I know, you know, if Paul the Apostle was still alive today, that is how my dad has lived his life. You know, a sinner from the start, but finally saw the light like on the road to Damascus. And did I tell you I suck at flying ships? There's couple of X-Wings. Okay. But, so what I did, I went to, a little bit earlier through that summer, I had ordered off of Amazon.com. This is kind of fun history. The very first thing, and amen, Miss Sussel, love you. He's seeing it with you, though. Amen to that. He is. What was cool, though, I ordered my first book off Amazon.com in summer of '96, and I ordered this book. I want to say it's by Steve Perry. He wrote a book called Shadows of the Empire. And this book, what was so cool, it took place... I'm just going to ram that. Maybe that'll help blow it up. But it took place in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And it was a really good book. Prince Xizor, this cool character that was like fighting for second in command. Him and Darth Vader were fighting to be Emperor's second in command. And Dash Rendar and the Outrider and all these great memories. Well, it was an epic book, and it really filled in a gap between Empire and Return of the Jedi. And what else I liked about it was when I started dating my wife, it was... Oh, you know what else sucks? My brother never got to see the Nintendo 64. He had passed away during that summer, and that system was coming out in the fall. But one of the games, I started dating my wife probably in the fall. Well, was it October? You know, I think it was October '96. Really helped me grow and helped me as far as kind of be there for me, during the hard times of, when I lost my brother. It was really hard on me. It changed me. I wasn't a rambunctious cannabis smoking partier, anymore. I kind of just grew up because I felt like I didn't want my parents to lose me. And my brother didn't die off any drunk driving or any of that other crap. He hydroplaned and hit a patch of water.
The area is clear.
But I didn't want them to lose me, so I didn't do a lot of the crazy stuff that other kids in their 19s or 20s or 21s was doing. I didn't do that because I didn't want them to lose another son. This is kind of a damn Debbie Downer. Keyword Debbie Downer. But anyway. But you know what she did? I think it was at Christmas. It's a Christmas gift. She bought me Shadows of the Empire, the video game, on the Nintendo 64, man. And I thought that was so freaking cool. So yeah, I thought that was awesome. Fast forward to the special editions. They were okay. I mean, I didn't like Jar Jar. He was pretty stupid, but when the new movies came out, I saw them, and I got the racing game on Nintendo 64 called the Star Wars Pod Race game. I thought that was a lot of fun. It's good graphics for its time. So I continued to watch Star Wars, We had them on VHS. I eventually got them on DVD, and now I own the little thing called the Complete Saga. It has episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all Blu-rays, and they have like a special extra bonus disc. And they came in, it was like a little book. It's not a steel book, but it's kind of like a cardboard, and it comes out of these sleeves. Really nice, So I watch my movies that way. And the other thing I have is I play, what is that? Is that a ship I can attack? Is that an A-wing? All right, I blew it up. Cool. Or I got an assist at least. Whoa, look at that. But, so, I watch Star Wars and all that good stuff. And I died again. Whoa, Poe Dameron killed me. The Poe Dameron X-Wing. We all know that guy from Episode 7 of Force Awakens. But, yeah. Playing games and doing Star Wars through the years. Also, when the original Xbox came out, not the 360, but the other one, I played Lego Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3. Because around that time they had those. I thought that was a lot of fun. Playing Lego Star Wars is something kind of new. I think that was the first Lego game. Ooh, is that Poe Dameron? I want revenge on that guy. Whoa, where did he go? Is he behind me now? There he is. Whoa. Who's that?
We need to defend them.
Okay, they're destroying our targets. We need to defend this stuff.
Keep dismantling the sensor on its lower hull. It will cripple their defenses.
Why did I ram myself? But yeah, so I played that, and then Xbox 360 came out with the Episode 4, 5, and 6, the original trilogy. That game was really hard, but on both of those games, well, the original trilogy, but the original Episodes 1, 2, and 3, that one didn't have achievements. But I got the achievements for that original trilogy. And then on Xbox 360, they decided to redo it, came out with the Complete Saga, and I got all the achievements on that one on my original Xbox account. And I really loved those games because when I had my first son, John Wesley, named after my older brother, to pay homage to my brother, because I knew my brother John would never meet my son. So when I came out of the room, and we hadn't told my parents who we were naming my oldest after. And I named him after my son John, or I named him after my brother John. You know, I get emotional, and it's hard for me sometimes. But it was to know that no matter what, every day of my life, I'll always remember my brother a lot. So, Galactic Empire victory! Let me wipe away these tears before I get back on camera. So yeah, life, and things, they all go hand in hand on, whatever you do. Your life story, is something special. And a lot of us can have a lot of things that we relate our life story to things that have happened in the history of, just being alive. And pop culture, and especially with Star Wars, that really does it, and it's something I'll always cherish and something I'll always have respect for and enjoy through it all, So let's go back. Let's check our chat again. Thanks for sticking around. We do got 8 live viewers, and I think tonight is the night where if you're watching me, that means everyone else is watching the new Star Wars movie, Last Jedi. I want to say the name is. Like I said, when you're 40-year-old and you got kids and you got a wife, you tend not to, geek out as much, if you will. But let me show you this. So my mom visited quite often, and she lives in South Texas now. She's in a nursing home, but we get her up here as much as we can. She gets me this stuff. Now, granted, I'm 30 something when I get this thing here, but it's this Yoda here, right? What the hell's going on, right? She gets me this thing. Let me turn it on. Hey Yoda, you're on the mic, player. You gonna say something? Are you on, buddy? Do I have to set you down first? Come on, Yoda. I don't know, man. Is Yoda not working? Oh, he's moving around.
Something else wish you to do. Save this for another time. We will.
This is some kind of weird animatronic. It has a little deal here, because you're supposed to sit him down. So maybe if I do this, maybe he'll talk to us. Well, Yoda, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the Great Legend Show. Did you know Beyond the Blast Doors just hit over 300 subscribers?
Stories of adventure, dangerous enemies, the Sith and the Jedi I speak of. Shall I tell you a story of me, Yoda, and the Empire Strikes Back?
Well, I don't know if we have time for that. Do you have anything else for us?
A different story. Would you like to hear?
No, not really, Yoda.
Luke Skywalker and the Return of the Jedi.
No.
Tell you this story, I will.
No,
of
dude.
Return of the Jedi. Constructing a new, more powerful Death Star is the Empire. Oversee the final stages. The Emperor will finally eliminate the rebellion the Empire plans, while our heroes return to Tatooine. Rescue Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt. They will. No match for Luke's Jedi powers is Jabba, and freed Han is return Leia and Chewbacca.
No, dude, I don't want to hear anymore.
Turn.
I want to do the,
Constructing a new, more powerful Death Star. Going somewhere, are we? Tickled me, you have.
yeah. Don't even talk about, don't talk dirty on the Blast Doors 300 subscriber contest.
Much wisdom I sense. Learn from each other. We can.
Okay. I want to know when are the Beyond the Blast Doors going to hit 500 subs in the year 2018?
Squeezed too hard. Something else wish you to do.
No, dude.
Save this for another time we will.
Dude.
Stories of adventure,
No.
dangerous enemies, the Sith and the Jedi I speak of.
I don't want those.
May the Force be with you. Many stories have I. Answer my questions, will you?
Answer my questions, will you? Yeah, I want to do that.
Always learning. A Jedi is. Test your knowledge, we will. Who destroys the Empire's Death Star weapon? Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo.
I'm going to choose Luke Skywalker.
Obi-Wan. Wrong, you were Luke Skywalker. The answer is, difficult to see. The answer is, be mindful and try again, you can.
No.
Squeezed too hard, you have. Tickled me, you have. Something funny I remembered. Squeezed too hard, you have. May the Force be with you.
Well, this dude does have this thing where you can ask him a
Trouble,
question.
I sense you are. Your questions, should I answer?
Yes, that's what I want. I want you to answer my questions.
Questions you have. The Force and its wisdom are all around us. Ask you will. Yes or no question.
Okay.
Feel the Force in my hands. Press them and answer you I will.
Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Will beyond the blast doors get over... Okay, let's just make it simple. Will, by the time January comes around and the contest is over, will Beyond the Blast Doors be at 400 subscribers?
Another question wish you to ask.
No, not right. Well, yes.
Squeezed too hard, you have.
Are they gonna get over 400?
Your questions, should I answer?
Yes.
Ask you will. Yes or no question.
Okay. Are they gonna get over 400 subs?
Don't think, feel, be at one with the Force. The answer you seek will be found there.
Okay.
Your questions, should I answer?
One more time.
Ask you will. Yes or no question.
All right, I'm gonna do this one. Is Miss Hustle the best person in the comments right now?
Tickled me, you have.
I bet. Yeah. How about it?
Questions, should I answer?
Yes.
Ask you will. Yes or no question.
Is Miss Hustle the hottest girl in the damn chat right now?
Feel the Force flow. There, the answer you will find.
Total freaking cop out, man.
Your questions, should I answer?
All right, one last time.
Ask you will. Yes or no question.
Is the great legend kick ass?
No, I feel this will be.
Oh, what an asshole. Well, we're putting your ass away.
Going somewhere,
Yeah.
are we?
Yes, you are. You're going right up there. Shut your damn mouth. All right. So, now, I want to show you some comic books that I really enjoy from Star Wars.
Squeeze both of my hands. Is an activity you would like to play.
I'm going to set him here.
Something else wish you to do. Save this for another time. We will.
Yeah, just go away. All right. When I first started getting into collecting again back in 2011, 2012,
Would you like to hear a story of Count Dooku and the attack of the clones? Going something else wish you to do. Save this for another time. We will.
good night, Yoda. All right, so I really got into this one at mycomicshop.com. Lone Star Comics, when it was still a mortar store. They had this right here. They told me to get this. It's like new Star Wars book, and it was a Alex Ross cover, and I'm a sucker for Alex Ross covers, so I picked this up. And this series went, I want to say, about 20 issues. This was the last Dark Horse series that went before Disney started taking over. This story talks about after Luke destroys that first Death Star in A New Hope, and how it assembles the team. And the main part of the story is they're trying to find a new rebel base, and they do a lot of stuff before they get to the Hoth rebel base. So I thought it was a great story. So if you can find this run, graded copies of this is pretty expensive, but if you can find a good very fine to near mint 9.0 run, or pick this up in a couple of trades, you'll be glad you did. Epic, great stuff. Now, after that, it's true, once Marvel started coming out with their official Star Wars books, I think I got maybe the first 2 or 3 issues, but I really was trying to cut back, on the whole comic book collecting thing, and I didn't really want to get into another series, so I didn't collect a lot of the Marvel Star Wars comics. But I do have some Dark Horse. I have one called The Star Wars. It was George Lucas's original screenplay adapted into a comic book form. And I want to say it went 8 issues plus a 0 issue that was kind of a handbook issue to talk about a lot of backstory. That was a really great read as well. If you can find that one in trade. It's hard to find, I would say, in trade, because I don't know if Dark Horse is still allowed to put those books out, or do you have to get them off secondhand or, off eBay. The next series I want to talk about could be a hard to find series. I'm not totally sure, but it's this series right here. And I'm going to read off Wikipedia because I haven't looked at these in a long time, and a lot of times I get confused by them. Let me bring my camera up, though, so you can see these. This is Tag and Bink right here, Getting in Trouble by Darth Vader. And this is Tag and Bink Are Dead, issue 1. Tag and Bink, they're 2 soldiers aboard the Rebellion flagship Tantive 4 when the Star Destroyer Devastator captures it. And after almost being captured, they dress up. These 2 guys dress up as stormtroopers, and they're transported to the Death Star. And they try to leave by stealing TIE fighters 2 times. Darth Vader realizes he needs 2 TIE pilots for his wingmen against the Battle of the Rebels while they're attacking the Death Star. So, as this comic book illustrates, it is not the Millennium Falcon's fault that Vader is almost killed in the trenches of the Death Star, but it's due to Tag and Bink's lousy piloting. So when Vader's ship here is flanked by the other TIE fighters, it's actually Tag and Bink that are flying the TIE fighters. And although the 2 TIE fighters, they look like they were destroyed, the next comic states they were in fact in the background when Vader selected 2 pilots and they stole an Imperial landing craft and escaped from the Death Star before the moments of the Death Star explosion. And then we go into this, issue number 2. Tag and Bink Are Dead, right? Tag and Bink Are Dead, issue 2. And the adventures continue, and they go through the original Star Wars trilogy. They meet up with allies such as Lando Calrissian, villains such as Boba Fett and the Emperor. Tag and Bink eventually find themselves trapped on the second Death Star, dressed as the Imperial guys. Where's it at? Imperial Royal Guards. So they're dressed up as these 2 guys. The dudes in the red who are on Return of the Jedi with the Emperor. Yeah, And that's one of two. That's the special edition one. So they all kind of go in order with funny stories. This one more so episode 4. This one more so in the Empire with Lando and stuff, Boba Fett. And this was the special edition where they're the actual Crimson Guard guys. And after the confrontation between Luke and Darth Vader, the rebels destroy the space station, killing Tag and Bink in the process. Hence the title, Tag and Bink live on as Force Ghosts. So after it's done, Tag and Bink are freaking Force Ghosts. Now what's crazy on this one, Tag and Bink, this says it's a 1 of 2. Oh, but this is the 2 of 2. So it's just kind of the stuff is different, you know, but I've got all these singles. And you can get these in one big trade, maybe even a hardcover. So, second is this one here. And I think this was probably the weakest of the bunch. This is the Clone Menace. Now, in this issue, it's a prequel to the other Tag and Bink, the Tag and Bink stuff. And it's like the Clone War times. And it shows Tag and Bink, they're shown as children trying to become a Jedi Master under Yoda's tutelage. And they find Anakin and Padme in a restaurant as seen in Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, and later secretly give tips to Anakin on how to romance Padme. And Anakin eventually leaves Tag and Bink stranded on Naboo when he goes to Tatooine. It takes them 3 years to get back to the Jedi Temple, just in time to see the clone troopers destroy the Jedi Order. They are confronted by Anakin, newly rechristened Darth Vader, and he spares them due to their past association, but warns them abandon their Jedi training. They do so, and then Tag and Bink are Dead takes place about 20 years later. So this was a prequel to those other 3 issues. And these are all by Dark Horse. They might be rare to get. I want to give a big shout out to Howler Mouse for letting me know about Tag and Bink. One of the funniest damn things that I've ever heard of. They're also in another one. You know the 2 stormtroopers where the beginning, before they get into those TIE fighters and fly Vader through with the trench, the 2 stormtroopers that walk in while Obi-Wan Kenobi is turning off the shield generator, they're the 2 guys that are like, I didn't hear anything. It's comical. I mean, it's great, and it's just a lot of fun. So what we'll do now, we're going to play one more of the Star Wars Battlefront game here, and then we'll talk a little bit more. We're going to give our big shout out again to Diamond Love. What's up, Diamond Love? Nerd Vision. What is up, Nerd Vision? Great to see you. And Don the Comic Junkie. Don the Comic Junkie, movie enthusiast, loves Star Wars stuff too. And Don, if you're just catching on, you get a pretty much full history of what Star Wars means to me, and some really important moments in my life that always make me smile, especially during traumatic, kind of devastating times in my life as well. And I don't want to, make this like a sad video or anything, but it kind of like always, makes me feel good because I get to remember back when me and my brother loved Star Wars, or when my mom took me to see Return of the Jedi, or the fact that my mom always tells me the story how when she was, we had the Darth Vader case, where you could put 30 Star Wars figures in there. She always tells me the story how we used to play with our figures in the bathtub. She always tells me the story how she sat on that little Yoda, and that motherfucker's little sharp ears always went right in her ass, man. Sat on Yoda with them sharp-ass little ears, and them ears were sharp, too. She sat her ass in that bathtub. Always tells me that story, and it's just, when she's long gone, I'll probably tell that story to my grandkids, so life has a thing about it, it keeps going, but with big-time things in pop culture. I'm sure it was the same for James Dean or Marilyn Monroe or Audrey Hepburn or any of the other famous people, or Clint Eastwood doing westerns, or John Wayne, or the Universal Classic Monsters, the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy. No matter what decade you were born in, you're going to have your favorites. And being a kid in the 1977, being born in the 70s, and getting to see Star Wars grow throughout my entire life, it's kind of fun, I'm not a diehard person that's addicted to it, or anything like that, but I have enjoyed my life in the Star Wars universe. So let's go ahead and get you on the last one. I mean, that's what it's all about, wannabe collector, man. Just good nostalgic memories, and a lot of fun. Let's check it out. Let's do it one more time. Let's get another game one more time for the Davids and the third Stormtrooper from Beyond the Blast Doors. So let's do something a little different. Let's do a multiplayer. And let's do something big. Let's do Galactic Assault. 40 players, man. Crazy amount of players. And thank you again for the 10 viewers watching right now. We have had a peak concurrent viewership of 12 viewers. God bless y'all for watching this. And we're going to Kashyyyk. I mean, we first got to see Kashyyyk as a planet on Star Wars Episode 3, I believe? Or was it Episode 2? I want to say 3 because that's when Emperor Palpatine issued Order 66. He started hurting all the Jedi. Phenomenal. If you have a home stereo system that has 5.1 Dolby Digital, I've only got 5.1 because I've had this since the early 90s. I've had 5 mini speakers. They're 4-inch speakers, and they're just like shelf speakers. And but I have an excellent THX certified subwoofer with pretty new HDMI switching audio video receiver by Pioneer. And kids already broke the knob off of it. Go figure. But you love the kids anyway, right? So again, you can't unlock these people until you have enough battle points. Whoa, what is going on here? Whoa, first person. How about first person? Let's try that out. So we're on Kashyyyk here. What is that? Who's that guy? Oh, is that like a spaceship up there? See, sometimes the graphics are so beautiful. You just got stuck in the moment. And when you're looking around, you can end up like Tag and Bink and just get your head popped off, really. But as I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying. Star Wars is awesome, though. And if you get a chance, click on the video descriptions and the link below. There's no excuse for you not to do so. Check out Beyond the Blast Doors. I usually listen to them on the way home from work. After a long day at work, a hard day at work, I like listening to people on YouTube. Whether that be Anthony Patch on the Kev Baker Show, talk about, see if I can blow that up. Anthony Patch talks about Mandela effect, quantum pollution, all the stuff, the sci-fi type aspect of reality as we know it, but a big Christian perspective. But if I don't feel like listening to Anthony Patch or my good friend Reaper Tate, I love listening to Reaper Tate on the way home. Or if I'm leaving during a night, I listen to Rebel Comics. Sometimes I watch Alex. Maybe if there's another auction show, I love to support all of YouTube comic book community's local auctions. Oh my gosh, we're taking fire. I'm gonna go to third person real quick. Run. Oh, I'm dead again. But I really enjoy listening to the Davids on Beyond the Blast Doors, because the thing about it is I don't have to watch my screen when I listen to those guys talk Star Wars, because you could be a runner, you could listen to it in your pocket. I mean, you don't have to watch it, all you got to do is listen. And that's one of the favorite things I like about Beyond the Blast Doors. Like I said before, I love their quality of their show. I think it's phenomenal. It looks really good. It says enemy locking. I don't know where that's locking from. What is in here? Is anything in here? Nice little house here. Looks like I'm kind of protected in here. What are you going to do? Ooh. Pick up an ion disruptor. Okay, I've got an ion disruptor. Someone is shooting at me, though. Okay, that wasn't very cool. Well, Wannabe Collector says he wants to see the gameplay. Don the Icon, he says, yeah, Legend, I do love Star Wars. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not playing this game really good, but it is a lot of fun. When me and Spaceboy play, me and him, we're usually equally great. You know, we usually get about, we're on the middle of the scoreboard, you know. Not too shabby, right? I don't know what we're trying to do here. Take out the mitts. I guess that's that big ship there. I don't know what I'm shooting. Oh, there we go. Well. Oh, yeah, it's those little dudes. The Roger Rogers. Maybe try a sniper might do. But the graphics on this game are phenomenal. Like I said, there's something down there. Wow. I don't even know if I've played this level before. But I tell you what, these people are kicking butt. Wannabe Collector says this one does look a lot better than the first one. I agree. It's great graphics. A lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I would probably do better if I knew what to do. I'm sure these ion disruptors make the MIT ship a little weaker. So if we could disrupt the MIT, these vehicles, with an ion disruptor. Like that guy, he's grabbing him an ion disruptor. So I'll follow him. And when he... Well, you go. I've never played the level before, fella. Okay, he's hiding in the bushes here. Uh-oh, we're taking fire. Oh, I see the guy. Oh, man, I died again. MTT. Multiple troop transport.
That MTT is taking
Like
damage.
when they invaded Naboo that one time and they were dropping them off, man. I remember that. Yeah, thanks, Area 51. Area 51 fans. Look at all of our guys. We're trying, though.
Unidentified enemy now landing.
I'm going to turn this on, try to get there a little quicker.
Fast and hard.
Try to get up on some people and shotgun them.
Direct hit to the troop transport. Someone's helping us out.
Launch the locations of your squads. Go.
Oh, that's a bad guy. Dang it, it looks like me, though. So, a little bit more about Star Wars Beyond the Blast Doors. They are over 300 subscribers. And they're an excellent channel. I'm going to check their channel real quick, by the way, by clicking on my...
Scored a solid hit. Good shot, trooper. Now do it again.
Clicking on there. Wow, all right. They've got 327 subs. And I think before they had They had only 324. So maybe making this video helped out. All right, check that out, people. Check me out. I blew up something.
Solid hit on the MTT.
Throw one of these out. Maybe I can see something. Oh, fall back.
Fall back from the MTT. We'll find their boarding team on the ground.
I missed that.
Those two Juggernaut turbo
Let me
tanks
fall
are on the
back,
left to
get
protect
back
the
to
cruiser.
base here.
The clankers will try to detonate the tank's control centers. Hold them off as long as you can. Starting kill sweep. Squad
It
needs
says
you.
return to objective. There's a bad guy. Good, I'm back in. Oop. Getting shot at big time, huh?
To me, the
Oh, there's that bad guy. I think that one's from Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. The one that likes to fight against Finn. Oh, cool. What is this? A ship. Ooh, look at this. A Wookiee warrior. And, let's see, do I got any more cards? Explosive attacks have an increased area of effect. I'm using this guy. Wookiee warrior, here I come. Let's do this. Shake, rattle, and freaking roll, people. Wookiee warrior is live. Let's see what he does, though. I don't know what that does. That shoot 3 at a time. And what does L and B do? Overload? Oh, that's the big guns.
An ally just landed.
Wookiee warriors are going up.
They're prepping to blow the east turbo tank.
Oh, there's robots. Oh, there's a robot right down there. Y'all don't want none of this rookie warrior. I got a 2-player kill streak. Go get him, Ray. Let's kill them all. Look at Ray. There's Ray from The Force Awakens. Let's just keep going and killing people. Keep it up, Ray. We're gonna win this thing. That's right.
I've seen
The Finns. Stop the East Juggernaut.
Get to the east Juggernaut now.
What are we supposed to do? Blow this up? Oh shit. What's going on here? Uh-oh, there's a bad guy there. Looks like Darth Maul and the Emperor. Well, I had a 3-player kill streak. That was pretty damn good, I thought. Captain Phasma. Yeah, you know what I'm going to have to do, Area 51? I'm going to have to watch watch all the movies again before I go see it, because I'm thinking about taking the family to see Thor this weekend. I haven't seen Thor yet, and I haven't seen Justice League, so I kind of want to see those movies before I see the Star Wars movie. And that'll give me some more time to watch the, movie. So we got to protect that Juggernaut thing. East Juggernaut. Is there a West Juggernaut? There's a bad guy. Go back and get that guy there.
Power's pointing in the east Juggernaut. Bomb's about to blow.
great action here, people. Jeez Louise. I don't even know what got me on that one. How much does it cost to get some of these people?
Charges planted.
8,000
East juggernaut
points.
under threat.
What about her? Not enough
All
points.
forces, retake the tank.
2,000 for the Wookiee.
With you, trooper.
Don says, ooh, we're going to get to go with Han Solo. Don says Thor is good. Hey, I had a nice game streak going, didn't I? Like 3 kills in a row. And yeah, I never have played this level. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I normally play. I've been playing Injustice and Overwatch a lot more.
Got to disarm those charges in the east turbo tank.
I'm going to follow Han and that warrior Wookiee, though. Come on, big fella.
Grenade! Juggernaut's useless. Controls are blown. Get to the
Can I
west.
not jump up there? Oh, what was that? Oh, I know who that little fella was.
Detonation prevented.
Having them little
West
feeble
turbo
hands.
tank clear.
Got them little T-Rex hands. Little feeble.
Now keep them out of there.
Try this guy. He can do some sniping.
Do this together.
Hey, what is up, Stephen Oates? We got Stephen Oates in the chat tonight, my brother. We're celebrating Beyond the Blast Doors 300 subscriber contest, man. Just looking at all this, man. Just taking all these graphics
West
in.
turbo tank is set to blow.
Wow, who killed me on that one? Oh, a little sniper from way down under. Okay, now here's something. Let's try this, a gunship. See what that can do. Hey, wannabe collector. Thank you so much, man. I do like Injustice 2 because I'm really good at that game. Whoa, what is going on here? What do I do? Just shoot stuff?
West turbo tank's under attack. Enemy planting charges.
Man, it sure's hard to control this. Well, that was quick. But I got a couple kills out of that one. Alright, can we do it? We're going to bring the Wookiee again. Come on, spawn Wookiee. It may be too late, though. Wookiee. Hey, we won, though,
The
right?
enemy is retreating. Out of droids and out of firepower. Now our cruisers ready to launch.
All right. Seldom that I ever get these player of the games or anything like that, but rank 8. Am I level 9 yet? I guess I got level 8, man. So that's pretty cool. How was I on the scoreboard? See, scoreboard not too bad, you know. I got 10 kills, 54-63 for the score. So usually that's where you'll find me on these games. Kind of the, I guess we would call them 4.5 range on a CGC or CBCS PGX scale, you know. But really fun game to play Star Wars Battlefront 2. Just great stuff. Again, I want everyone to know what this is about. This is Beyond the Blast Doors 300 subscriber contest. They hit over 300 subscribers, and they're one of the hottest up-and-coming channels here in the YouTube comic book community. And I say YouTube comic book community, they primarily 90% of Beyond the Blast Doors is a Star Wars podcast. You're going to get movie news, the TV show news that they're going to be dropping. I think Disney's going to be doing. You're going to be getting comic books, regular books, old books that aren't in canon anymore. You're going to get thoughts, feelings. Do they think the direction of this character should be going this way or that way? Do they want to do some of their own stash it or blast it or stash it? They talk comic books, trade paperbacks, hardbacks, coloring books, man. They'll show you Funko Pops, Lego collectibles that are Star Wars. They do all of that and more. All you got to do is subscribe to Beyond the Blast Doors. Again, chat, I want to thank everyone here in the chat. Wannabe Collector, Stephen Oates, Don the Icon, Comic Book Junkie, Count Von Strange is here, Area 51, Miss Hustle, Wannabe Collector, Alfred 83 Comics, Nerd Vision, Rag 718, Gomez was in the house, Tats Comics, Midwest Comic Man, Contender, who else? J-Rod Ham 78, Maya B. She quit dancing and she stopped on by to watch the legend go live. Thomas Churchill was here, man. Thomas, we'll see you Saturday night, Legends Live Auction, brother. Tune in to ETA Nick. He's got him in auction too. Don't spend all y'all's money on ETA Nick's auction, though. Save some for Legends Live Auction Saturday night. ETA Nick, if you're watching, don't be rolling that auction before my auction. Come on, man. Have a little class, playa. This ain't Sarasota. This is Texas, baby. You don't do people like that. But nonetheless, I hope you make a lot of money, ETA Nick, during your auction, man. Check out Beyond the Blast Doors. The link is below for their 300 subscriber contest. It's going to have all the rules right there. You'll be glad you did. Fans, this is the great legend saying peace out. God bless. Again, Beyond the Blast Doors, 300 sub contest. How to enter. Contest ends January 14th. You must be 18 years or older and be a subscriber. Tell them your favorite Star Wars, any collectible, talk about the movies, talk about your passion for Star Wars. Tell us why you love the channel Beyond the Blast Doors, and share it and tag your friends. Prizes, man. 4 pop figures, 1 trade paperback, 4 single issues, total value $90. And that's not all. If they get over 100 video entries, another prize will be handed out right before your eyes, and you're only going to get it Beyond the Blast Doors. Now, I'm going to say, fans, peace out. God bless.